Now the last thing I like to advise, I like to give advice on how to practice the Buddha's teachings, is the teachings from the Parabhava Sutta, found in the Sutta Nipata. This sutta talks about all the various reasons why a person has a downfall, why the person fails in life. The first one is that person has no love for the Buddha Dhamma, the Buddha's teachings. He has no affinity with the Buddha's teachings, does not like to hear the Buddha's teachings, does not want to hear the Buddha's teachings. Such a person, because he does not hear the teachings which tell him about the truth about existence, how to conduct yourself in life, then he conducts his life in the wrong ways. Instead of doing skillful actions, he does unskillful actions. Instead of doing wholesome actions, he does unwholesome actions. He does all the wrong things in life. He goes in the wrong direction in life. So because of that, he will end up in the wrong place, namely the woeful plains of rebirth. So this is probably the most important reason why a person is a failure in life, because he does not want to listen to the Dhamma. The second reason is that person associates with evil persons. Evil persons, I mentioned, are those who do not know the Dhamma, do not lead their lives according to Dhamma. Things which are really unimportant, they take to be so important. For example, having a lot of money, enjoying life in the material sense, and chasing after worldly things, which he thinks is very important and very good. But to a wise man, it's not really important. Money is something that everyone needs, or most people need. But it is not an end by itself. It's just a tool you use so that you don't suffer in life. But to have too much money is actually a burden. Then your life is in danger. You go out also, you're afraid you might get kidnapped. Or your house might be burgled. And a lot of other responsibilities, etc. So a wise person are those things, are those persons who can see what are really the important things in life. To lead a meaningful life, a life that will give you happiness within. Foolish people look for happiness outside, They think that outside things give you happiness. Outside things never give you happiness. It's the internal happiness always comes from within. If you, for example, you keep the precepts, that itself gives you a lot of happiness. Why? Because when you think of that your precepts are pure, straight away you get a lot of happiness. Whereas a person who does not keep the precepts, then he gets remorse, at having done some evil deed, or having done some wrong, for example, towards his parents or something, and not being a good son or a good daughter to the parents, and later, after the parents have passed away, a lot of remorse comes. And with this remorse, depression comes. That's why you see some people, they have depression, and then they have mental problems. All this is karma. We always get what we deserve. This is the life. Life is strange, If we don't discipline ourselves, life will discipline us, as they say. Right? That's the purpose of hell. Why do you think hell is there? To make you suffer for the wrongs you did, to make you change your ways. Why is there a ghost realm? Also to teach you to change your ways, to go the right way. The same with the animal realm. So you see a lot of people in life, they're not disciplined. They're gangsters. They do whatever they like. In the end, they suffer. I've heard about some of those people who go to be hanged. When they are a big gangster, they are very brave. They bully other people. They beat up other people. But when on that day, when they are, in fact, even a few days before they're hanging, they are already shivering and they are so scared they can't eat. And on that day of the actual hanging, the jailers have to drag him to the hanging place because he is so scared and he is so weak. He can't even move. They have to pull him there. By the time he gets there, he's already half dead already. With fear. So that's the way of life. Life, somehow, the round of rebirths will discipline us if we don't discipline ourselves. Another cause for failure is laziness. A lot of people who are lazy, they never succeed. In one of the suttas, the Buddha was asked, what is that one quality which brings us happiness in this life and in future lives? And the Buddha said, apamada, is earnestness or sincerity or diligence. So if we are diligent, we are earnest, then we are happy in this life and in the next life. Another cause for failure is not to look after aged parents. Another cause for failure is lying. Another cause is being selfish, not generous. Another cause for failure is arrogance and pride. Another cause is spending extravagantly on liquor, women and gambling. Another cause is committing adultery. Another cause is doing foolish things like being very old and marrying a very young girl or a very young boy. And then another cause for failure is to put an immoral person without precepts to manage your affairs. For example, you're a businessman and you engage a manager who does not have sila, does not have moral conduct. Then he'll cheat you of his money. Another cause is being over-ambitious. There are a lot of other advice you will find in the suttas, in the Buddha's discourses. Why? Because the people during those times are just like the people now. They had a lot of questions, and all those questions that they asked of the Buddha, if the Buddha was around nowadays, people would also ask the same questions. So when you read the suttas, you find a lot of questions answered which are relevant to you, which are relevant to your life. Before I studied the suttas, I had a lot of questions. After I studied the suttas, all my questions were answered. So I think I'll end here now.